Good evening, my fellow citizens. The orders of the court in the case of Meredith vs. Fair are beginning to be carried out. Mr. James Meredith is now in residence on the campus of the University of Mississippi.
I had a chance to converse with James Meredith. What would you ask?
Because having 30,000 troops to actually get one man in a university, that's something unheard of. And I just want to ask him that. How does it feel actually being protected like that, knowing that you are such an historical person?
He was greeted with curses and insults from the crowd, with his one-time threatening to break through police lines to get at him.
How, with so many people going against him, how he could find the strength to get up and go to a school of all white people, and him being the only black man. And it took an army to get him into school, and that's a lot. Your face is all over the news. People know exactly who you are all over the country. How can you come up with the strength to do something like that?
If I had a chance to talk with him, I guess I asked him, did he think that it was going to make such a great impact what he was doing? Did he think it was going to go that far and be that difficult? And I want to know, how scared was he really? I know he was terrified, but I want to know exactly what was going through his mind at the time.
I want to know what motivated him to do all that stuff, him and his brother.
What made you decide on all this?
Well, I thought that I should get an education in my own state.
How could someone that is all alone stand up for themselves and actually do something that no one else could do, and have so many people take away one person for standing for what they believe in?
When you say you were interested in going to the University of Mississippi even as a boy, were you aware at that time that Negroes did not go to the University of Mississippi?
NAACP lawyer Medgar Evers had filed a lawsuit to clear the way for Meredith's enrollment at Ole Miss.
James H. Meredith is formally enrolled at the University of Mississippi, ending one chapter in the federal government's efforts to desegregate the university. The town of Oxford is an armed camp following riots that accompanied the registration of the first Negro in the university's 118-year history.
I would just be so gracious. That's like an amazing accomplishment, like especially since it's like really, really hard for an African-American person to just go out there and achieve his goal. Like, he's all alone. It's not like he has a friend who's also African-American. Like, in the 60s, which I'm assuming is when he got into college, it was very hard. He was like, he probably was spit on, he was abused, he was made fun of just because of the simple fact that the color of his skin, which is what? It shouldn't mean anything. Like, if a blind person can't tell the difference, why should we? Like, so he had to be escorted by 1,500 troops just so he could go to school and he can learn something like everyday people did. But Africans were intellectuals. They went to schools, they learned, they taught history, like, and here he had to come, he had to struggle. Like, it's hard, and I would just be happy to like shake his hand.
James Meredith, to me, is the man who helped to integrate Ole Miss. To put your life on the line like that is what sticks out to me the most, and the courage to be informed and to be articulate about this country and what this country is supposed to be for all people, and then to actually go out there and take some action to put your life on the line and to take a stand. That's what James Meredith means to me.
You got to understand, I'm not the first black that not had the right to enjoy his rights and privileges. Every black, millions had never done it before. So to not do it in my case wouldn't have changed nothing in America. Right. Only doing it in my case would change in America. Well, I came back to Mississippi in 1960 with a plan to destroy the system of white supremacy. Total destruction of it. And that's still my goal. And of course, I think for the most part, most of it has now been destroyed. Of course, we still have many problems that we have to overcome, but I think the young people of today face as many problems, if not more, than we faced then. And actually, I hope that out of this group may come the new leader, and we need him now.